Sunlam's finalised its acquisition of Assupol, the financial services group which announced its 6.5 billion rand takeover plan in February, says all the transactions conditions have been fulfilled. It's added that Assupol is a strong strategic fit within the Sanlam group and will be integrated into its retail mass business in South Africa. That market segment is a strategic priority for Sanlam. Southern Palladium has appointed Roger Baxter as its executive chairman. He previously held the roles of director and non-executive chair. The junior Australian miner says Baxter will focus on investor and government relations alongside Johan Odendaal as managing director. Nzimbi has warned of a swing into the red. The small cap metal group is expecting an interim headline loss per share of around 1 cent. That's from earnings of over 15 cents previously. The firm has attributed the decline to numerous challenges. Chief amongst them is low economic activity in South Africa, volatile commodity prices and exchange rates, and a rise in non-recurring costs. More detail will be available when the company opens its books on the 18th of October. Astral Foods MD for Poultry Commercial is set to step down. The company says Frans van Heerden will relinquish the position at Astral's next AGM, which will be at the end of January next year. South Africa's biggest poultry producer says van Heerden will be pursuing a career outside of the poultry industry. In international news, Samsung Electronics has apologized to investors for not making the most of the AI boom. This as it expects to report downbeat earnings. Here's more on this package report.
Samsung Electronics had an apology for investors on Tuesday. The tech giant announced that its third-quarter profit would be lower than expected. It said sorry for falling behind rivals in providing high-end chips to NVIDIA in the booming AI market. The South Korean firm said delays with a major AI chip customer and increased competition from Chinese chip makers led to a drop in its semiconductor earnings. It all highlights the challenges for Samsung, which faces increasing rivalry in both regular and advanced silicon. The world's largest maker of memory chips, smartphones, and TVs estimated a profit of just under $6.8 billion for the 3 months till the end of September, well below expectations. One analyst said that the numbers were a shock and looked unlikely to improve soon. Samsung's slow entry into the AI chip market has made it more reliant on lower-margin chips, increasing its vulnerability to Chinese competition and waning demand for smartphones and PCs. High-margin AI server chips are helping the chip market recover, but Samsung is lagging local rival SK Hynix in supplying such products to NVIDIA. Samsung shares are down over 20% this year.
And China has imposed temporary anti-dumping measures on brandy imports from the European Union, hitting brands from Hennessy to Remy Martin after the 27-state bloc voted for tariffs on Chinese-made electric vehicles. Let's take a look at this report for more.
Trade tensions between China and the European Union ramped up again on Tuesday. Beijing imposed temporary anti-dumping measures on brandy imports from the bloc. The move hits top spirits brands like Hennessy and Remy Martin. It comes after the EU voted last week for tariffs on Chinese-made electric vehicles. That set tariff rates ranging from almost 8% for Tesla to just over 35% for Chinese auto giant SAIC. Brussels has said it is willing to continue negotiating an alternative even after tariffs are imposed. But China has this week decreed the dumping of brandy from the EU threatens China's own sector with substantial damage. Beijing hinted at more to come and said its anti-dumping and anti-subsidy investigation into EU pork products was ongoing. The ministry added it was also considering a hike in tariffs on imports of large engine vehicles. Such levies would hit Germany's producers the hardest. Its exports to China of vehicles with engines of 2.5 litres or larger totaled $1.2 billion last year. Beijing said that as of October 11th, importers of brandy originating in the EU will have to put down security deposits, mostly ranging up to 39%. France was seen as the target of Beijing's brandy probe due to its support of tariffs on China-made EVs. It accounted for 99% of China's brandy imports last year, with shipments reaching $1.7 billion.